time, when people get inducted, it's like, like 50 years later,
Yeah.
and so then you start to recall, all the real critical things that brought you to this point,
Yeah.
and so
What got you started in wrestling?
well, during my early years, in high school, as a freshman, other people that were in the neighborhood and school and just, hey, let's join the wrestling, try it out, and since I had a large family, we were always wrestling around in the
Sure.
living room and
Yeah.
stuff, and so it came natural to wrestle. And,
Yeah.
it's like a survival thing,
Oh, for
when
sure.
you
I
come
bet
from a
that
large
was.
family,
Yeah.
So yeah, so once I started my wrestling program, of course, didn't know nothing.
Mhm.
So the coaches inspired us to learn
Did you get
techniques and
started
so
in high
forth.
school?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah, in high school,
okay.
yeah, ninth grade, and as time progressed, we were wrestling against other, more experienced wrestlers, and so
Mhm.
eventually, you picked up on the technique and try to be stronger and be healthier,
Right.
and that's what it makes you, a challenge to the opponents is your ability to be healthier and stronger and you know it's it's a really challenging sport, and most people don't realize that that's the way life is.
Yeah.
So that
It is. It's a great preparation for life. That's
oh,
for sure.
oh my goodness, it is.
Who had the greatest impact on you in wrestling? One
Uh,
individual you could think
well,
of.
when I got into the sport, there was this young man called Chuck Marino, and a real excellent role model, and he excelled in wrestling, and of course, I was just a freshman. He was a senior, and really dynamic individual, successful and everything,
Yeah.
and so he was like a role model,
Yeah.
and so I thought I want to be like him, and unfortunately, his life was cut short, and so still the admiration for him, continued,
Mhm.
in my heart. So I just continued doing what I was doing in the program, just
Sure.
so.
As you got more involved in wrestling, did you have any heroes or wrestling role models that you're trying to?
Um, not really. It was something that, well, my brother wrestled, so
Mhm.
we were always competing, with each other. He was different weight class and stuff like that. Most of the role models were were later on in my wrestling career.
Mhm.
So
You have one match or one wrestling event that really stands out in your mind from your career?
well, there was many. So uh, it's hard to pick one that was really uh, well, one match, and I told this to the coach. I said because I went to visit him, and I told him, I says, you know, during the course of wrestling, I finally realized it was a sport of survival. It's a combative sport, and so I was wrestling some young man. I think it was like in Chico State somewhere, and I was really going at it, and so as the match progressed, it was becoming more violent.
Mhm.
And then I stopped for a moment. I thought, is this what it's all about? And then from then on, I approached wrestling in a different form. Uh, I knew that being aggressive was the key to winning.
Mhm.
So I had to change my mentality
Yeah.
to be a winner without being this type of person.
Mhm.
So, yeah. So, just get there for a second. Yeah. So, that was something that really changed my view. Uh, but thereafter, of course, I was still able to excel, and that was one thing that did stick to my mind. You know,
And do you have a single match or memory from your career that stands out to you?
There was a couple of them, that I, I I I knew that I could have did better, but something allowed me not to do better at that point, and it sometimes keeps me up at night thinking about why did I do that,
Mm.
and it was a match that I lost, uh, but I was able to capture the experience that that it gave me,
Mm.
and so that's the way it went,
Yeah.
at that point.
Well, those losses are the ones we remember the most, I think.
Yeah, there was one other one that it's written in the book that was passed out today,
Mm.
and uh, when I was in the Air Force Reserve, I was up there in Anchorage, Alaska, and another airman, myself, we were traveling, and we went to Palmer, Alaska, and they said, "Hey, there's going to be a wrestling tournament over here on Saturday." And I said, "Wow, maybe that'll be a chance to wrestle," because I was still involved, still at SFT. And so I went back to the base and I asked the commander, the base commander, and he says, "Can I participate?" He says, "Sure, just go ahead. You're free to go." And so it was so beautiful to be there. They had like 8 mats spread out, and the background, the mountain with snow cap.
So it was outside.
It was just like outside. Yeah, it was outside. It was a state fair. It was a bicentennial fair, 1976.
Yeah.
And so anyway, I went ahead and was doing my thing, wrestling, that I was good at. And so as I was going through the matches, they were wondering, who is this person? They didn't know who I was. I didn't go there and advertise myself.
Yeah. Right.
And then, so then, as the matches proceeded, there was like standing crowds all the way around the match. They want to see, who this person was.
Mhm.
And so I ended up winning the tournament, and it was amazing because you're there, and you can't see nowhere because there's a standing room only.
Right. Yeah.
And it was one thing
experience.
and it wasn't like, I came here because I want to wrestle for San Francisco State. I just knew that my ability to wrestle and to travel was something was luxury for me.
Mhm.
And so after that, I thought to myself, well, that's good. And you know, and when you're in Alaska, if you're not from there, you're from the lower 48.
Yeah.
And they make it known you're from the 48.
They think differently.
Yeah, they think different. And since I was from California, you know, wrestled at San Francisco State, that'd be made even better. Like, wow, that was good. We have someone who traveled to participate in this event, and so
Sounds
that
like
was
a
that was a good thing.
experience. Yeah.
It was a good thing. I was real happy to be there.
You bet.
Yeah.
If you could start your career over, would you have done anything differently?
In wrestling?
Yeah.
No, no. I think God puts us in a path to do certain things, and and that's what it put me on that path.
Yeah, it kind of makes you who you are.
Almost definitely, it prepares you for life, and I talk to other people that are here today, and I go, you know, it, it's been a long time since I was actually, speaking and talking about experiences of wrestling, and today, is like a big segment of time that's passed, but now it's like it was just yesterday. And all my other wrestlers, friends and stuff, and coaches and stuff like that, and so uh, knowing that prepped me for my whole life.
Mm,
It built self-esteem and in every aspect of my career. I worked as a journeyman carpenter, and
mm.
everything I did was, to my best ability. So
And Alex, what would you like people to remember about Alex Gonzalez?
uh, that he was uh, a reserved person, and he he did good things for his family. So
Now, that's something that's good to be known for sure.
yeah.
Well, congratulations on being inducted in the California Wrestling Hall of Fame.
Well, thank you very much, and I'm honored to be here. And not only that, I'm going to be a second speaker, and I contribute my success to the people that mentored me,
Mhm.
and I being inducted means that they were inducted as part of me. You know,
Yeah, I agree. That's great. Well, thank you.
thank you.
Mhm.